There are people that know me only as a dancer. There are people that know me only as a photographer. There's people that know me only as a painter or a sculptor or a writer, or who knows what all it's to me, it's all an expression. It's always kind of fascinating when someone asks you who you are. I guess maybe I would ask the question to myself, who have I become? In a more spiritual sense, and hopefully this doesn't drive too many people out of the room, I am a being of light, temporarily manifesting in human form. I think on a more earthly response would be, I'm an adventurer. I'm a free spirit. I protect that with everything that I am. Why would that be important to me? Because I'm a seeker. From the very beginning, I wanted to know what I was doing here. So to answer the question, who am I think on a deeper level, is that I am a woman who knows who she is and who honors the journey of her soul while she's here. From the very beginning, I realized that I could dream a dream and I could work to make it come true. I just thought that was, to me, this was like a magical place where, even though I didn't know how I got here exactly, and I wanted to figure that out, I knew that I could dream a dream. And that to me was an aphrodisiac. That is what's kept me young and vital and full of adventure, and sometimes very spiritual, sometimes quite naughty, and I enjoy all those aspects of me. I consider it a disservice to myself to be anything other than who I am. Now, who I am at the moment is a 73-year-old woman who has followed her dreams in life, who has made them come true, who knows she can manifest anything that she wants, and knows that she wants to help others realize that they can do anything that they want to do. Your dreams, you can't just sit here and wait for the world to give you things. So how do we distinguish that from allowing the magic to come in? I guess in the beginning I had a dream that I would become a writer and that I would have great adventures and travel around as a writer. And so I set out on that dream. I was always writing poetry, some emotional, stuff that I have away in my suitcase, and I don't even know if I have the courage to reread. But I realized that whenever I started writing, that I was writing from other people's wisdom. And I said, well, this is just not going to get it. I have to have my own wisdom. And how am I going to get my own wisdom if all I do is read everybody else's wisdom? And so I determined that I was going to try to meet every kind of human being on the planet. I'm a great lover of human nature, and to me this world is a laboratory of a magnitude that one can only, billions of people, and they're all doing different things, and they all have these extraordinary talents, and many of them don't even realize it. and I would see the lights in a child's eyes, and I would see that they had a dream. And then at a certain age, I saw, just like when I went to school, I would see that magical part of them. All of a sudden, it started to dissipate. And I can remember in second grade, she gave us an assignment, and she had pinned up on the board some object or something that we were supposed to draw. And we only had so many minutes to do this, so I tried to follow what she had on the board, but all of a sudden I looked down and I was drawing a bear. And I was drawing it perfectly, and I was so excited. So excited. And it just kept coming out. It's a bear, and I've never drawn an animal before, and here's this bear, and I was thrilled, and I was in second grade. I still had those lights in my eyes. And along came my teacher, and she looked down, and she was infuriated with me. She said, "I told you to draw what was on the board." And I remember the humiliation. I remember the confusion. And as it turned out, that artist in me went into hiding. And it wasn't until I was in my 20s that I began to explore art again. And as I thought about that, I thought about how many young children that might have happened to. Maybe not in that same way. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm gonna do everything I can to encourage young people. I don't want to ever see a child. I don't want to see a child with without lights in their eyes. I want them to believe that they can do or become anything. And I think that experience in second grade, it was so profound that I think that it shaped the nature of my journey. Because there are people that know me only as a dancer. There are people that know me only as a photographer. There's people that know me only as a painter or a sculptor or a writer, or who knows what all it's to me, it's all an expression, and it's all a gift to inspire others to search for their dreams and to not let anybody take them off their path, for them to believe in themselves even if nobody else does. So I think that at the very core of my journey, while I was searching for my own identity and purpose and truth, and that has been what I've done all these many years, was to search for my place in this world where I could share what the Creator gave me. But I think that memory is at the core to do. So it has never occurred to me that I can't pick up a 50-pound boulder, all of this, I just figure I can do it. So some things I've gone overboard with and had to pull back. I can't play football, but then there's no real desire to play football. But there is a desire to forge a truthful relationship with myself, to find the clarity, to remember what it really means to say that we're all one. Because when we come here as a soul and we take on human form, we take on all the emotions, the whole spectrum of emotions that come with our humanity. including the ability to love and be loved. This is a great gift. It's a great gift to touch a rose petal, to feel how luscious it feels, how soft and how alive and how vibrant. And I mean, just to touch a rose petal. If you're a spirit and you're trying to touch a rose petal, you might not be so successful, you know. So you want to really look at who you are as a person who is in a human body, who has all this potential, has all these emotions, who's been given, each person that comes here, each soul has their gifts. So you have to align yourself with those gifts and say, well, I'm just going to honor those gifts. So as a young girl, I was a dancer. I danced with the refrigerator door, I danced with the car door, I danced no matter where I was. And my mother decided to put me in a dance class. And so then there was a recital, and I remember that very clearly. The other girls couldn't really keep up with me, and I had to kind of slow myself down. And when it comes to music, I don't really have the ability to, my spirit just wants to dance. I don't even want to think about holding my spirit back. So when the recital came, everybody was really shy, and all the girls were kind of not in sync with the music, and something took me over. The music took me over. And I just grabbed center stage and I started dancing as if there was nothing else to do on the whole planet. And my poor mother was sitting in the front row, and I looked down at her. All the girls had gone to the side of the stage, and I just kept dancing. And maybe that's a metaphor for my life. I just have kept dancing. I still dance. And I want young people to know that they can dance, that they need to find the music in their soul. And they need to honor that no matter who hears it and who doesn't hear it. It only matters that you hear it. Someday, if you keep dancing, others will hear your music when the time is right. So I've devoted my life in many ways to carrying that message.